Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dan's Album Analysis and Rating. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host once again. So, cheers to you all. Before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, hit that little thumbs up button and the little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. So, today's suggestion comes from at Uncle Daffy 313. He's been waiting a while for this one. Now, Uncle Daffy, I have to tell you, back in April, I went to a record fair, and I almost had that album. Like I said, every suggestion that anybody tells me for these Wednesday episodes, they are always written down. And I still remember I was at the record fair, and there I was searching through a box with this one vendor, and 3 boxes, not the next vendor, but 3 boxes away, this guy says, "I'm gonna buy this," and it was this. And I was like, "Oh, I wanted that." It was on my list. So anyway, I had to wait a couple more months, but I finally got it. So today I will be doing the album ranking of Portrait of the Artist as a Young Ram by the band Ram Jam. So this came suggested by at Uncle Daffy 313. Now, if you want to play along with these, you're allowed to put in the comments any suggestions of bands or specific albums you would like me to give a album rating and analysis to. I just got to have it, and if I don't have it, I usually put it in a wish list, which some people I've bought like a week later, some are after 6 months. I'm trying, some stuff is available, some stuff is not available, and I can't go on Discogs every time. The shipping is killing me, but I found this one here in a used store. So, but if you want your a shout out and an album you would like me to do analysis and rating on, just write in the comments, and I'll get back to you when I'll let you know if it's on the list there, and see if I have it or not. So we will be talking about this album here, Portrait of the Artist as a Young Ram, which is based on an autobiography of, I forget who was Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, but they did this here, Ram Jam. I'll be honest, I might have seen the cover of this, but everybody in the world, basically, we all know this band for that one song called Black Betty, which if I never hear again, I'll be okay. Which I was kind of hesitant about doing this one. I was like, but I kept hearing stuff that this is a different album. It's more hard rock and blah blah. And let me tell you guys, oh my effing god, this thing smokes. Oh, I'm like, Uncle Daffy, why did you not tell me about this sooner? This album is great. I was not expecting it to be this heavy. And the riffs are, anyway, we'll get into it there, but holy crap, this was actually pretty good. I was very surprised at how heavy this was for the time. I mean, the mix helps. If I compare it to, let's say, an earlier Judas Priest, like Stained Class, I think this is heavier than Stained Class, but because of the mix, okay, let's be clear, not because of the attitude or whatever. The guitars are just friggin' just out there, like they're really, except for one song, and we'll get to that one there. But yeah, so let's get started on Portrait of the Artist as a Young Ram by Ram Jam. So this album is not the one. This is their second and last album. They only had 2 albums. So chances are very high that I'm going to get the other album, and I'll have another complete collection. I'm a sucker for complete collections, right? Anyway, this album was made or came out in 1978 on Epic Records and was produced by Jerry Case Nets and Jeffrey Katz. Almost looks like the same guy, but not. But no, it's not really. All right, the players on this album are Mike Scavone on vocals and percussion, Jimmy Santoro on lead guitar, Bill Bartlett on lead guitar and vocals, Howie Blovelt on bass guitar and vocals, and Peter Charles on drums. So, and here's the album cover and the back cover. I'm just like, this is your typical look of a late 70s hard rock band, and usually the sound never, well, how they look like the sound matches how they should. Anyway, they sound heavier than how they look right here. Let me put it that way. Okay. So let's go song by song here. I like I said, I just want to be honest here. This record smokes. I was glad to get this. I think it happened a couple of times with your suggestions here that I came across an album I hadn't heard, and I was like, the first time I heard it was like, whoa, what is this? Second time, maybe not as much, but I remember just being floored a couple days ago when no, a week ago, or anyway, whatever. So yeah, Ram Jam here, their second and last album here. So first song, side one, is Gone Wild. Sorry. With these forest fires here in Canada, I don't know if you heard, I find it a little bit difficult to breathe when you're outside, and I was outside a lot today. So there you go, I'm fine now. Gone Wild is a great opener. I'm giving that one an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's just a great, like I said, a great opener right here. I don't even know how to describe this album. It's not catchy per se, but the guitars are so, it reminds me, see, like, yeah, I guess the Judas Priest comparison is good, just like, but the mix of this makes it sound heavier. Like, anyway, Gone Wild, I'm giving that an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Pretty Poison, another 8 out of 10 song right there. It's again, great stuff here. It's I'm not familiar with the not the lyrics, but the titles itself and how the song goes there. But I've been listening to this all week, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely going on the next Wednesday episode here. So Pretty Poison. There are some notes out there I'm going to write down there. But yeah, Pretty Poison, an 8 out of 10. Next up, we have The Kid Next Door, which is not as good. I'm going to go with 7 on this here. Again, it's a good song, just not as good as those first two for me. But the next song, okay, so I want to talk about the next song here called Turnpike. So right away, I'm going to give that one a 7.5 out of 10. It's got this, and I wish I'm not super knowledgeable on UFO, but there's a song of UFO. It's on Strangers in the Night, because I got the vinyl upstairs and I started recording already. I just thought of this here. But it starts off with some piano, and then it's a very moody, and it's got some. It starts with some piano, and I believe I'll just say I'm 90% sure it's a UFO song. It was on Strangers in the Night. Obviously, that's the live version there. But it starts off with some piano. That one there. Anyway, it reminds me of that. But also at the end, there's like the bass kind of does like, and you're like, or I forget how the speed goes there, but it sounds like it's like out of tune by just a split vagina hair or something there. It's like very, like a little there. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. Sounds like a UFO song from, again, I just don't remember the name there. Now I realize I have to go press pause because I didn't do the total. So when I press pause, I'm going to go calculate the total, and then I'm going to go look up that UFO song if I can figure it out there. Anyway, that would be Turnpike, 7.5 out of 10. Pretty cool one here. And Wanna Find Love ends side one. I'm also giving that one a 7. Sorry, not a 7.5, but a 7. A good song. To me, the best stuff comes on side two, in my opinion. Okay. Now that's the doorbell, so I'm gonna have to go and press pause. I'll be right back. I'm back, and I've actually got so the doorbell. I've actually got my rating and the song. Okay, first of all, the UFO song is "Love on Love," I believe. Yeah, Love to Love. Sorry, Love to Love. That the one it reminds me of Turnpike. Okay, and as I'm so I don't know if you heard the doorbell, but anyway, I ordered something off of Discogs, and the guy came and delivered it because he literally lives 1 minute away by car. So anyway, Flash Fearless. So this is a Flash Gordon sort of soundtrack, but there's two really good Alice Cooper songs on it. So I'm really looking forward to. They're on the box set if you're curious. It's I'm Flash and the Space Pirates. But anyway, it's not about Alice Cooper. But I just thought I'd share that funny story because that was like, I just look at the door. I'm like, he's like, the guy's looking at me through the screen door. Is like, Dan. I'm like, I'm looking. I'm like, who the hell is that? Anyway, back to our episode. Sorry, Uncle Daffy. That just needed to be said. All right. I believe we were at side two, which is the song Just Like Me. So side two, song one. 9 out of 10. Okay, that's friggin' really, really cool riff. I love that song. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Just Like Me. Same thing for Hurricane Ride. It's more speedier, but man, that is such a great song. 9 out of 10 for that one also. Yeah, I'm telling you, side two friggin' like is, I wouldn't say way better than side one, but a lot better than side one, and it's just like chock full, except for this next one here. So if you remember, was it Sesame Street? One of these things don't belong. One of these things don't belong together. Something like that there. This next song, Saturday Night, talk about, I don't know who the hell was in charge of the mixing, or was it supposed to be a single, but it's not as heavy. Anyway, Saturday Night is a good song. Sounds like it was mixed for a single because the guitars are not in your face like all the other 9 songs. So yeah, Saturday Night for me gets a 6 just because the mix is weaker. Okay, it's not a bad song, but it just really, to me, it sticks out as a sore thumb. And like even when I first heard the song, like first of all, I was floored by the album the first time I listened to it. I'm like, my God, this is really good. Then this one song right here, Saturday Night, was just okay. So yeah, Saturday Night gets a 6 for me just because of the weak mix and the lower guitars. Next up, we have Runaway. Sorry, Runaway, Runaway. I can't even say like a runway, like a airplane runway. I want to make sure I don't say that at that A. So runway, fuck, I keep runway, runaway. There you go. 8.5. Another cool riff, and the cool riffs keep getting better and better as the song progresses, and it ends with these cool riffs again. Again, guys, I was just not expecting this for um, this band. Again, I knew Black Betty, and that's it. And I believe that's pretty much what almost the whole world does, because except Uncle Daffy, of course. But this did not sell well compared to their first one. So anyway, so Runaway gets an 8.5 because the riffs are really cool and keeps getting better and better. Next and last song we have Please, 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 and in brackets, Please Me, which to me is it's probably the second weakest song on the album. I mean, like, think about it. You guys got 8 bangers, a decent ending song, and a great song that seems to be mixed a little bit lower than the guitars are just not as present. But yeah, Please, I don't even fucking say that name again. Please, 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 and in brackets, Please Me gets a 7. It's a good song, just not a great way to end the album, if you ask me. So, the total for this album is 7.8 out of 10, almost an 8. Probably that Saturday Night and Please, 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 Please Me kind of lowered it there. But yeah, guys, this was a great surprise. So, like, one that I remember being really surprised by these Wednesday episode was also Tiger Tales. I think it was Dave Brown that suggested that. I don't remember, but Tiger Tales, I had it and I was like, how come I don't friggin' know this? But yeah. Yeah, 7.8 out of 10. Great album. Like, I was not expecting it to be that heavy for the time. And there's my cat looking at the bag for the guy that just brought the record in. Anyway, so 7.8 out of 10. Great album. I will be listening to this a lot often. That is great English, right? So, yeah, wow. So anyway, I'd like to thank at Uncle Daffy 313 for the suggestion. Fucking loved it. Okay, that was a good one here. I guess he knows my style of music now. There, yes, I am a hair metal guy, like more like 80s. I do love my 70s music, as you can see, but that one was just like, wow, it blows away. I mean, Black Betty is good for what it is, just very repetitive. But this is just, I was not expecting this from that band that brought us Black Betty. So anyway, there you go. So 7 point out of 10. If you guys have any suggestions, like I said, you know the rules for these Wednesday episodes. Write them in the comments and I'll do an album analysis and rating. And hopefully, now the challenge is up to you guys. Surprise, like, get me, like, right now the two better albums that I've had is this one and the Tiger Tales one. Those were the two wow moments that I was not expecting it to be that good. Let me put it that way. There are lots of bands I know, but the bands I don't know, these, I'm like, wow, these were great ones here. So try to, how do you say that there? Impress me. Try to impress me, folks. So anyway, on that note, thank you guys for watching. Bring on those suggestions. Thank you thank you at Uncle Daffy 313 for this suggestion, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye bye.